Hi friends, I'm Damian, and I'm a YouTube guitarist and musician living and working in the Tampa Bay area. And just after 2 weeks since the Bay Area was affected by Hurricane Helene, which brought catastrophic record-breaking storm surge to our beaches and neighborhoods, we would now have to face an even bigger threat. Hurricane Milton was now heading our way and directly towards us. Now Hurricane Milton was no joke, and it eventually hit us as a Category 3. So I really needed to act fast. So I really needed to prepare this home for an upcoming storm of that magnitude. And I also needed to protect these guitars, which are the tools of my trade. I make a living with these instruments, and some of my guitars are vintage, and I see them as historic pieces. And I see myself as the curator of them, and it's my job to make sure that they're safe. Now I wasted no time with my preparations, and this is my story dealing with Hurricane Milton. And it all starts Monday afternoon, October 7th. So first, my daughter and I went out to pick up sandbags that were being given out locally near us. So now with the sandbags in place, hurricane snacks purchased, and a full tank of gas in my car, we stopped the preparations until tomorrow. All right, we have all the boards up and we're looking good. Hey everyone, prepping for Hurricane Milton is just about finished, at least outside the house it is. So we've got the plywood up on all of the windows, so that's all safe and secure. Now the two things that got me bothered about this hurricane is that this neighborhood does flood the street, and I live right near a storm drain, and the water likes to come up about halfway up my driveway. I mean, it has a couple times. So it's a concern. The other concern is the roof. Will this roof withstand this wind? We will find out. My neighbor here has his fence piled up all over here, and we're gonna have to deal with that. I cannot sit like that during a Cat 3 hurricane. And the neighbor has taken off. He's left for Georgia, I believe. So this can't stay here. This is a dangerous thing, and we got to get rid of this. So I think all the neighbors who are left here, like myself, we are going to get rid of this somewhere. Now because this hurricane is so powerful, I'm thinking that I may not ride this one out. All the hurricanes I've been in, I've ridden out, but this one is seriously no joke. I'm thinking that I'm gonna go to my girlfriend's in an area that's not in a flood zone, that's not supposed to be evacuated. I'm in an evacuation zone right now. I'm in a flood zone. We're told to evacuate, and I believe that I'm going to be leaving. My daughter will be with her mom, and yes, we're trying to save as many guitars as possible, but we can't save them all. So the ones that are very important, that I feel like would be a tragic loss if they were gone for some reason because of this storm, some of them are coming with me. You know, we've got, so far, right now there's a few that are already gone out my girlfriend's house. We've got a couple. I'll go over some of that a little later maybe. Now if I do decide to evacuate, which I'm probably going to, this cute little muffin, Ty, will be coming. Can't leave the kitty behind. It'd be dangerous here. Oh, go back to sleep. Oh, it was bothering you. Now for everything else that was going to be left behind here, well, I made sure to bring everything to higher ground, put in bins, tarped, whatever I needed to do to make sure I felt secure about leaving them here behind. And believe me, I wanted to take everything, but it's just not possible. We're dealing with a short amount of time, and I don't have a lot of space to put the things that I would love to take. So I really had to narrow things down. And actually I wanted to also hope for the best, that here was gonna be okay. And that's the feeling I had throughout this whole ordeal. So luckily, all the neighbors who are left got together and we paid someone to pull this away and haul it out of here. So that's gone, but it is moved and I feel so much better. So I took this drive about 30 minutes away from my house to show you what the storm surge from Hurricane Helene did to this neighborhood just 2 weeks ago. They got hit so hard with the surge, and it must have looked like a lake or a river up and down these streets. There's just so much loss here, it's just awful to see. All that seawater soaking into their belongings and quite possibly sewage as well. It's just a breeding ground for bacteria. And sadly, none of this will be picked up before Hurricane Milton comes. And that's just adding more insult to injury. I mean, these items could be potential projectiles. So it's the eve of the hurricane here, and I've decided to take a little walk around the neighborhood. It relaxes me. I like to consider myself a hiker, so just doing some suburban walking, does me some good. So, but it's really quiet. It's definitely kind of a calm before the storm. You can hear in the background, though, saws and some drilling going on. People getting get last minute putting boards up on their windows. So, but yeah, just taking a nice, peaceful, relaxing walk around the neighborhood. Hopefully I want to get 2 miles in. So, but yeah, no wind right now. That will surely change tomorrow. But I feel really calm. I feel pretty good right now. And some people may be stressing, and understandably so, but I'm doing good. I'm doing okay. And yeah, just wait to see what happens with this storm. Will this motorcycle withstand the hurricane? Will it be standing up after the hurricane? We'll see. I'll try to walk back here after the hurricane and see how the motorcycle's doing. That looks like a Yamaha V-Star. That is a Yamaha V-Star. I think it's the classic. Is it the sport model? I'm not sure. I think it's not sure. It's all covered up, I can't see. But I believe it's a Yamaha V-Star 650. Anyway, will it be there? We'll find out. As you can see, people have boarded up their homes. That's good, because it's better to be safe than sorry. Here's some storm debris left over from the hurricane from 2 weeks ago that's still sitting here. Also, the garbage wasn't picked up, and hopefully it doesn't go all over the place. Okay, I'm in my car. I got everything packed inside, got some things wrapped, everything is very important to me onto higher ground. And I gotta go, it's go time, and the weather is nasty, and I think we're about at 30-mile-an-hour winds, but I'm not sure. I'd have to check on that later. I just gotta get the seatbelt. I'm gonna hang up the camera here, get my seatbelt on, and then we're getting out of Dodge to safer ground. Whew. We got a Gibson ES 125 back here, 1957. Can't leave that behind here, no way. Some of my other favorite guitars are there at her house. And Abigail, my daughter's with her mom and her grandparents, safe into a not an evacuation zone, but this is an evacuation zone. It's a flood zone. We gotta go. So I'll see you on the flip side, but I got a good feeling everything's gonna be okay. House is gonna be all right. I'm looking at it, it's gonna be okay. I know it. I'm gonna come back hopefully tomorrow maybe, or the next day, and it's gonna be all good. Signing out. Be safe, everybody. That crosswalk sign is hanging upside down. It toppled over a little bit. Broke off the pole. Alright, the roads are empty. Everyone's hunkering down or already evacuated, and which is what I'm doing right now. Roads are blocked. You see the skyline of downtown Tampa? It's shut off, it's closed, nothing's open. Get out of Dodge. Hurricane Milton, man, it's here. Just the beginning. camera may not do this justice, but the road conditions are awful. Got 7 guitars stored here in my girlfriend's closet. Nice and safe. It's hard to choose which ones were my favorite, but in a way it wasn't too hard either. We got 2 Gretches, 2 Harmonies, we got a Gibson, we got the Guild, and my Sherwood Standard archtop from the 1940s. And those are some things that meant a lot to me that I just didn't want to be without, and that's why they're here. My house is getting pummeled right now, full on brunt of the storm. Hope it's gonna be okay. We will find out. Hopefully I can get to my house tomorrow afternoon. My daughter will be nearby too. It's definitely a bit unsettling knowing that your house is getting pummeled and you're here and you can't do anything about it. And you wish you were there to know what was going on. This is my girlfriend Bonnie's apartment complex, and this is the damage. Some of the buildings around here. Also, there's some crazy flooding. Oh, very wet. Over here by the barbecues and playgrounds. Completely wet. Oh. Lots of water. I see more trees down over there too. No grilling today. Man, it's just so much water. It's always sad to see trees go down. Look at this beautiful tree. Glad it's okay. It's so huge, majestic. Deep roots. She's giant. One of the coolest things about Florida are these trees. These oak trees are just magnificent. It's like a disaster area around here. Alright, downtown Tampa looks a lot different than it did yesterday. When I was filming yesterday, you could barely see it. Alright, we are heading to my house. What will I see? Did I have flood damage? How's my roof? Are things that I own destroyed? These are questions that are going through my mind. I don't know what to expect. We'll find out. Hey gang, I'm at the house and everything is okay. I didn't know what I was going to be driving up to, what we were going to see. I could only imagine what we were going to pull into. But the house structurally is okay. The roof did great. It appears to be no leaks. Every shingle is on there. There was some minor damage, which I'll show you in just a second. But inside the house, it's very dark. But besides being very humid inside, humidity is off the chain in there, but there's no power. Everything is okay. Everything is all right inside. But everything is okay, and we just got to clean up the yard a bit for right now. And let me show you some of the things that we lost here at the house, but nothing to complain about at all. So many people lost everything. You know, so I have zero complaints about any of the things that we have to fix around this house. Zero. But let me show you what some of the damage. Well, my basketball hoop has taken a turn for the worse. These sandbags did their job. And no leaking whatsoever on this door. Happy about that. So, as expected, I thought I was gonna lose the fence, and I did. And I'm surprised that this fence held up so well. ducks survived. Wasn't sure if they were gonna survive, but they did. They're all here, and they're all drinking the storm water. Hello from my back room in a very dark Tampa Bay, Florida. As you can see though, power's out, but I'm in the back room and everything that's in this room that's always been there is all good. Everything is good inside this house. Everything is good. Yeah, can't believe it. You know how lucky I am? I'm so lucky and thankful that life for me can kind of go back to normal soonish, you know? Not sure when I'll get power. Could be 2 weeks or so, maybe less. I'm prepared for whatever it is going to be. So, but everything here in the house is all right. You know, I had put things in bins and stuff, things that were super important. And you know, this happened all so fast within 2 days, and I had to get things out that were super important to me, and I just it's weird. You know, I was really anxious. Gut was kind of hurting me. I don't know, but I've just been real anxious to figure out and see what had happened here. I was hoping for the best, expecting the best, but prepared for the worst, and certainly was ready to handle something where I lost everything or a lot of stuff would be damaged. I was completely prepared for that. So now we'll just see what happens, take things day to day. Yeah. I just saw my daughter. She's good. And all right, this is a weird way to talk to y'all, so I'm going to switch to another scene. Glad these posters are all good and all intact. I've had them since I was in high school, and they've been up on every wall that I've ever lived in since high school, and they will continue to be up as long as I have them in my possession and they are in you know, being able to be displayed. Got the amps covered up here, got the guitars in the back room here. We got them covered in case any rain from the roof come down on top of them. My neighbors told me that water got all the way up to here in the front of the street. So I'm behind my house here, and my neighbor told me that the storm water reached all the way up to here. And here's my fence that's down. That's crazy. I've never seen it get that high, but that's intense. Well, it did its job, so I'm happy about that. Right behind my house, this tree, across from the canal here, this tree fell on top of the house, though. You know what? I won't be able to tell if the damage is too bad until we get to the other side, but maybe it's not the worst case scenario, but that tree fell on that house. Well, taking a walk down the canal here. Oh, hello, we got a feathered friend. I know, it's kind of messed up back here. We got a tree down. Oh man, big beautiful tree. As I almost fall. Are you looking for food? Oh, that's some major tree damage here. Ooh, sad to see these trees on the ground. Must have made quite the sound when it fell. Oh my goodness. This is just where it fell. Oh my gosh. Ooh, that tree dug up some of the earth on it too. Oh my gosh, their whole front yard. Oh, that's a big tree. Not sure what happened here. Lots of debris. Maybe it's from a garage. Looks like a garage got taken out. Well, the Yamaha is still standing up. Did it fall over? I don't know. The fence kind of tipped over a bit.
You guys live? I was worried.
Oh boy.
Is on the ground.
Oh, these palms are all on the ground. Gotta stop here and get the turtle out of the road.
Oh, poor little guy.
The water's over there, eventually, so let's get him over here. Now this is Tropicana Field and it's home to the Tampa Bay Rays baseball team. And the Teflon coated fabric roof was torn off by the hurricane. And what is so horrible is that this stadium is an iconic feature to these parts. And now the team may not have anywhere to play around here. I had heard that it may be a multi-million-dollar project, so who knows if this is going to be the end of the stadium. Now here's some pics of my daughter and I at a game from 2012, and here's another pic of Abigail there around the same time with a really good view of the now gone roof. I'm sweaty. And where's my glasses? Oh, right there. Let me get those. I was working out in the yard. And I think the yard is pretty much secure. And all picked up. Only thing left to deal with is the fence. That's the only thing we got to deal with. All the power's out in all the neighborhoods and all the stores and restaurants are down, but the local brewery here is giving out free hot dogs and they pour in beer. That's not free. But I'm glad they're here. They got a generator. And after a hard day of cleaning up the yard, I'm glad this stuff is here. Hello guys. Bye. Okay, it is day 4 with no electricity. The house is sitting at a temperature right now. It's about 7 p.m. and the house is at 84 degrees. We've got 70% humidity inside. When you walk into my bedroom, it smells like a musty old basement. And some other rooms are starting to smell like that too. So I got some damp rid and I'm going to put it throughout the house. Don't know when we're going to get power here. And I tell you, I still have that anxiety of the other day watching the news when I was at Bonnie's house, watching this area getting pummeled on the news. 101 mile per hour winds, they said, were hitting this house, and all of my belongings, all the things that I've worked for my whole entire life are inside here, you know, and a lot of keepsake memories are in this home, and I literally thought I lost it all. Hoping we can get some power back so I can get back to my guitar lessons, and I would just love to get back to normal. And so day 4, no power. And we'll see what day 5 brings. Hopefully some power. We shall see. Now this picture is a line that we waited on to get gas for Bonnie's car. We only waited 45 minutes, and that's actually a very little amount of time compared to most people who are waiting up to 2 to 3 hours just to get gas. Well friends, the very next day I got power back in the afternoon, and a few days after that my internet was restored. And things in the Tampa Bay area are pretty much trying to get back to normal. Gasoline now is available at all the gas pumps, and all of the supermarkets and most of the restaurants are back up and running. But there's still a lot of lingering debris around, and it's probably going to take months for that to get picked up and get fixed. And it's something that's just we're going to have to deal with. But in many parts of this area, it seems to be like it's a business as usual. But I did look up some data, and I saw something that's pretty sad still. I saw that within a 10-mile radius from where I am right now, there is about 635 people still without power. And wow, my heart really goes out to those people. That's just gotta be awful. Now friends, I did learn something valuable with this hurricane. If I do ever evacuate again, I need to leave much earlier than actually when the storm is approaching. And I admit it was kind of dangerous to be on the road like that as the storm was approaching the area. And I will never do something like that again. Now, one of the reasons why I left so late was because I was just trying to do last minute odds and ends on trying to tidy up here for the hurricane, getting everything, tarped and put in the right place and making everything secure and making things won't flap around. That's my excuse if I have one. That's what I was doing. But, at some point you just got to stop what you're doing and be like, that's all you can do and you need to leave. And when I left, it was just a little bit too late, and I should have left hours before. And that was stupid on my part, and I'll never do anything like that again. I learned a valuable lesson, and I was lucky. Now, one thing that's pretty crazy to reflect on is that on my last video, I was talking about how we just had a hurricane here and there may be one coming directly for us in a couple of days, and wouldn't you know it happened. And pretty crazy to have 2 hurricanes in 2 weeks. One was pretty freaking major. Yeah, it's been rough these past couple of weeks to say the least. It's a crazy world out there. So the only thing I can really tell you is love your family, your friends, and try to do what's right all the time. And really treasure the moments and the people that you have around you. I'm glad my guitars are safe and all my other belongings, but it's the people in my life that are the most precious to me. And I'm absolutely grateful for them. So friends, things on this channel are going to be back to normal. We'll be back to celebrating old school guitar playing. I'm actually working on a lesson right now as we speak. And I just wanted to say thank you from the bottom of my heart to everyone that reached out to me, whether on Facebook, emailed me, or here on YouTube. Reading everyone's comments and messages meant so much to me. The guitar community that we have here really is the greatest. And I tell you, this opportunity that I have to play and teach guitar here on YouTube, I do not take for granted. And I absolutely just love doing it. I've been doing these videos now for 17 years. Can you believe it? It's been a very long time. And I just love it. I just love teaching and playing old school guitar. But now, friends, let's wrap it up, and I'd like to leave you with some inspiring words. You never know how strong you are until being strong is the only choice that you have. And with that, friends, I'm going to say goodbye to you. Much love to you all. Stay safe, and I'll see you soon in another guitar lesson. Take care, everybody, and bye-bye.